Hi there! Welcome back to another video on my channel. Oh, also, before this video begins, this channel is still a baby channel. I recognize all the love and support it's getting, and people have been so nice leaving comments and just sharing videos, or like even writing me personally on Facebook to talk to me about like what they think or their ideas about Pokemon 2, and I really appreciate how this channel has grown so far in just a short amount of time. So if you want to see this channel grow any further, feel free to like, comment, share, and subscribe on this video. I have other playlists and other videos on my channel too, and I really appreciate you checking them out as well. But anyway, enough of that. Let's get back into this video. I apologize for not having another video on my channel this week. We've been in a big rush trying to move this weekend into our own apartment, so it's completely trashed. I don't know when this is going to go up. It's already like later than it's supposed to be, but we're here. We're gonna make it work regardless. Today I have a video that is more personal to me, but I still hope you guys enjoy it. A few days ago was my mother's birthday, and since she's driving all the way from Indiana to help us out in our move, I figured this would be one of the many ways I say thank you to her. Oh, also, I got a haircut. Well, I actually cut this myself, and with the help of Douglas. We were both in the bathroom with scissors and his beard trimmer, and he was like super nervous about it, but I think it came out pretty well. I've been missing my pixie cut, and to know that I did something like this myself, I'm pretty proud of it. I mean, it doesn't necessarily look like it was somebody who was just like in their bathroom in the middle of the night, like cutting their hair. So yeah, maybe next time there'll be a video about me cutting Douglas's hair, or a video about him cutting my hair. If you would like to see something like that, feel free to let me know down below. But anyway, let's get into this video. So last week, well, what would have been last week, was my mother's birthday, and I thought it might be really cool to make a video about like my mother and like who she would be in the Pokemon universe. And in order to do this, I sent her a link to this website, and I'll send it down below too, but it's basically like an AI that will help you pick out what your top favorite Pokemon are based on like your preferences and how you pick things. And so I told her to do one for her top 6 team, because I thought, okay, well maybe I'll make a video about like what kind of Pokemon trainer she would be, or like how she'd go on her adventure. But bless my mother, she had the same, her top 6 was basically 3 different evolution lines, right? So it didn't give me a whole lot to work with. But she basically, the only Pokemon she really enjoyed were the Clefairy line, the Jigglypuff line, and the Seal line. So with this team, I was like, okay, well, it's not like, you know, she probably won't be like beating the Elite Four anytime soon. That's okay. What do I do with this? And so I thought it'd be cool to kind of go through and talk about like, because now I feel like the Pokemon games give a lot more backstories to the mom NPCs in the games. Like Serena's mom rode Rhyhorn, and Dawn's mom was also a contest champion and everything else. And then I realized, no, I'm supposed to be the playable character of the game. My mom's obviously an NPC, and because she's an NPC, she's obviously my mom character. But what kind of NPC or non-playable character was she before she became my mom? So knowing that this is her team, I kind of thought about what other gym trainer classes use a team similar to that, and it actually kind of reflected my mom's life almost to a T. So basically, I'm gonna have Carrie start out as a picnicker. For you people who don't know, a picnicker is kind of one of the first trainer classes, and there's like a boy and a girl version. And you meet them early route, but they're dressed up almost like Girl Scouts and Boy Scouts. And lo and behold, my mother was a Girl Scout way back in the day, and they use more baby Pokemon, or like weaker Pokemon in general. So I thought this might be a good opportunity for my mom to kind of like, if she had a Jigglypuff starting out as her starter, because I think Clefairy and Seal are a little bit more advanced than a star Pokemon, this would totally make sense, and this could be like how she got her start into being outside and on the woods and starting on her own journey. After that, being a picnicker, I thought she'd eventually go into a last trainer. Alas is another trainer class. It's all girls. And these are young women who typically wear like school uniforms or what have you. And I picked this one just because there is Alas Carey, even though her name's spelled differently. There is Alas Carey officially, and I believe she has a Granbull, or not a Granbull, a Snubbull, which I thought my mom would have on a team just because, you know, she has dogs and she has a dog that looks similar to kind of like the same face as a Snubbull. But anyway, she didn't pick that one, so that doesn't count. But since there's Alas Carey, I figured like, oh, okay, Alas Carey, that's awesome. And plus the uniform kind of looked like I have old pictures of my mom, and she had like a little Palms uniform and everything else when she was in high school, and they look sort of similar, so I thought, oh, okay, that will work. Lasses are supposed to grow up into a different class of all-female characters, which is the beauty class, and these women are known, obviously, for being beautiful, but they tend to use Pokemon that are, like, cute or beautiful and strong at the same time. A lot of them also use, like, either fairy Pokemon or water Pokemon. And, you know, I thought this would also be a good fit too, but I just didn't want to write off my mom as just like a beauty trainer. Nothing wrong with that. And she obviously if she were to have a Seal and a Clefairy would fit in later on, especially if it evolved into a Dewgong, Clefable, and a Wigglytuff, could easily fit into a beauty trainer class. But I'm gonna like have my mom have a little side adventure before that happens. So my mom was a journalist right when she got out of college, and she eventually became a news producer for our local news station back home. And there's actually a trainer class that like is a double battle in Hoenn, and I think their names are Gabby and Ty. And so it was like a news reporter and a cameraman. So I think in my mom's backstory before she became my NPC mom, that she had her hand in news reporting as well. And she also traveled around and interviewed young trainers and things like that. But for similar reasons as she did when she left her profession she left her profession for a number of reasons. One of them was to have children. But another reason is because she had a hard time with having to interview people who just immediately suffered a loss or went through something traumatic and sad, and interviewing them right on the spot right after it happened. She said that took a very big emotional turn on her. So maybe like something like that happened when she was interviewing in Hoenn or wherever. I know Unova is technically the U.S. region, and maybe she tried interviewing in Unova, but it proved to be too much, especially with all like the heavier themes in black and white, with like questions about morality and how you should treat Pokemon and all that. Maybe that got too taxing on her, especially with like what the evil team was doing, or you know, maybe it was too many stories about people getting their Pokemon stolen or things like that. But she eventually decided to leave that behind and then become either a beauty trainer or, you know, my mom. She's done other things post that, like she's been a librarian and she's been in sales forever, but that's not necessarily correlated to Pokemon, so I didn't feel like you necessarily had to include it. But I thought it was super interesting too that she picked all fairy and water type Pokemon, because those are my two favorite Pokemon types too. And I don't know, she's the kind of mom that like knew that this was a big thing in my life growing up, but she thought it would be a phase and I would eventually get over it, and then that never happened. So she remembers the old ones from when I was growing up, but she doesn't remember anything new. And when I teased her about like picking the same three, she was like, "What? I like the classics." So I mean, yeah, she's got good taste, and it's funny that translates to my two favorite types too, and it builds. If I had to build my own Pokemon game and give it like more depth and more story, this would definitely be a way of story building for me personally, and maybe me deciding to use Pokemon that, you know, I inherently like, but also that remind me of my mother. So I hope you like this video. I know this is a very personal one, but if you'd like to hear more about me building teams or Pokemon stories around the people in my personal life or people I love, feel free to let me know, like, comment, share them below. Once we get things more settled down in the house, I will definitely do two videos. One will be a tour of our new apartment once it's all decorated and pretty and not in a state of like complete chaos. And then I will also do a more of like not necessarily a story time video, but basically I'm going to show you my Pokemon doll collection, and it's going to have just a little story behind each one and where they came from and how long I've had them. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, feel free to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And, let me know if you want to hear more. Okay, thanks!